nothing is possible. Nothing can be seen, nothing can be heard, nothing can be what? None of it is possible. And that is true for you, that is true for you, that is true for you. So that consciousness is only one thing which shines through all of us. And everything shines after. This is why don't look for consciousness as an object. It is self-shining as a subject, as the truth of I. It is actually I, but because you take your I as something else, it is what? Truth of I. So that means everything is Anubhati, it shines after. So when awareness is self-shining, you don't try to find it as a thing which shines after. That is a mistake we make. We try to find it as something, some vast thing. Hey, for that some vast thing, and you what it shines, what in your mind. And this is what, not that, but it is the truth of the mind. So that means, this is what the mantra is saying. There is only one source from which everything comes. And it's arranged in a way that there are gradations, right? There are objects which require the sun. The sun requires what? My eyes for me to see and interact. For it to light up anything, people need eyes. The eyes need the mind. This is what we call the interconnected world. And the whole thing, the mind, the eyes, the objects, the sun, they all are what? From this one self-effulgent Atma.
You can say also the seer.
The object of sight and the act of seeing. All three are the Ishvara, the Atma is truth of all three. So this is what is said by what? Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam. Now, the next is Ekaha hamsaha bhuvanasya asya madhye sa eva agnihi salile sannivishtaha tamayeva viditva ati mrutyam eti na anya pantha vidyate ayanaya. Again you are reminded that to see the self-shining eye, you can't use your eyes. You can't use your other inference. Na what? Anya pantha vidyate ayanaya. If you want moksha, you have to use pramana. One thing we have to remember that, and it's true, the fact is true, that a lot of traditions all over the world had some insight into oneness. So people talk about, in Latin America there is what they call shamanism. And there are all these, very old traditions. They have some insight into what? Oneness. So, in some ways you can say it is not something which is exclusive to Upanishads. Please understand that. But imagine if I just tell you, yeah, there is some, you don't know anything and you are seeing this, then if I tell you, hey, yeah, but the truth of all this is just some oneness. How will your mind figure it all out?
It's not complete knowledge.
Yeah, you have to see it. Even though the end is what? The statement is true, but you have no way to figure it out.
It's a belief.
Then it remains a belief. Then what people do, and this is true, people have told me when they go, so then what they'll do, they'll give you some drugs.
To see the oneness.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is true.
To feel the
To feel the
Feel the oneness. Experience oneness.
experience. It works well.
So that means. So your drugs are sweet.
Osho is.
So, but
Osho had the same philosophy, saying that. if you
I
have
don't know,
experience-
but this is a fact. I mean, I don't know who had it, but people tell me that. So that means, if you don't have a teaching tradition, the final truth can make you a drug addict. The whole key to, this is why one has to respect these words. The words are really giving you the key to understanding Vedanta. The whole methodology.
You get immediate moksha.
Immediate moksha, and then you come back. And then you
I'm
need.
just relating to some of the incidents in my life, saying that when people have what they say, when they have drugs, they'll say time, space and objects are all getting mixed up and getting into a form. So it's like literally
It
Vedanta
is
coming.
literally like that.
It's almost what.
And there are so many people who justify, even like the latest, I met somebody who was trying to convince me, He says, you know what, your normal perception is just your normal perception. When you are under the influence of some drug, at least it will make you shake because you will see something else. So that means it will make you question what the reality. So therefore, it is so necessary.
But it's dependent then. You're dependent on something.
Absolutely. And even that vision of reality is not reality. It is just some trip.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So this is how. Why everybody's laughing? I
No,
don't
but you're
There
honest.
are all these laughters going on, each one looking at the other and all that.
Because all of us have seen something like this.
Going from one school to the other one, getting one word after the other one.
This is truth of everybody.
Only Shona is looking like this. Quite innocent. So this is how it is. And so now, this is how it is. So that means, methodology is the key. The final thing doesn't get you, because how will your mind reach there, tell me? How will you figure the whole intricate things out? This is why you can't say, I'm only interested in final result. Let me skip all in between. The skipping all in between is something which leaves big holes in your knowledge. You can't call it knowledge.
Step by step.
Step by step is important. Right? So this is what? Tatra suryo bhati chandra tarakam. Now, this is what he says. Ekaha hamsaha bhuvanasya madhye sa eva agnihi salile sandiveshtaha tam eva viditva ati mrutyeti na anya pantha ayanaya vidyate. You not only need the knowledge, you also need the methodology. There is no choice here. So that is, and when you use it, what do you see? You see what? That Eka Hamsaha. So now, look at this. When this written Eka Hamsaha, then you said, oh, now I understood Atma is a swan. If you take a literal. Here it says, in this universe the swan, the Supreme Self alone exists. It is he who, as fire, abides in the water. Only by knowing him does one pass over death. There is no other way to reach the supreme goal. So now we'll start, if we take it all literally, what will happen? We'll start looking for a swarm.
Who lays golden eggs?
So that means this is an imagery used. What is this? What does this imagery say to you? What is a swan? Artist.
Pure.
Pure. Exactly. White in color, pure. And beautiful and pure. So that means it can be taken at two levels. The Atma is attributeless. It itself has what? No attributes. And my Atma is also what? The truth of Atma of Ishvara and Atma of a Jiva is same Atma, which is Nirguna, without any attributes. Right? And at the same time, in order to gain this knowledge, your mind has to be what? Pure. The Atma is neither pure nor impure. It is what? Free from both. But in order to get this knowledge, your mind has to be what? Pure in the sense what? Clarity, that no raga dveshas are not kicking in, emotions are not interfering, dharma confusion doesn't exist. This is what we call purity. So this is where, in order to see that Atma, which is attributeless, your mind has to be what? Free from clutter, confusion, all the loads. Nice imagery. Yeah? And so this is what is the... Now I'm pretty safe because I am now... How many verses are remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we have
Very comfortable.
6. Sorry.
And we have 3 more sessions.
Yeah.
So
Very comfortable. Sloga was not required.
Okay.
If she wants, she can take 5 years.
Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashyate